Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be flipping through and reviewing Rita Berman's latest book release, Meine Reise durch Asien, My Journey Through Asia. This is the second book in Rita's My Journey series. Now, do you think Rita is releasing a book based on every one of the continents? Like her original series, in My Walkthrough, there was a book on each of the seasons. And if so, which continent do you think Rita will work on next? Let me know down below. I'm predicting Africa will be our next continent for our next trip. Now, it is the same size as all of Rita's earlier books, which is approximately 20 centimeters squared. It's the same thickness as the Europa book. So both of these books have 96 pages, and that makes them slightly thicker than the Seasons books, which have, they all have 80 pages each. So it's currently for sale now on Amazon and Book Depository. Book Depository do have free worldwide shipping, and it's currently priced at $23.95 Australian. And purchase links can be found in my description box down below. So the cover is partially coloured in Rita's wonderfully unique colouring style. And it has the raised glossy accents, as did Europa. The cover image is also available inside the book for us to colour as well. Now, I do have a book blurb to share with you guys, and it says, "Long distance travel remains difficult. What to do with all the time at home? The colouring book by Rita Berman takes you into the world of images of Asia. It starts with the Trans-Siberian Railway to see the Japanese cherry blossom, continues over the Great Wall of China to dreamlike beaches and through tropical seas of flowers, into magical India to oriental bazaars. With her filigree motifs, Rita Berman brings typical national sights, flora, fauna and patterns into our living rooms." And if we flick over to the back, now this one says, "Into the adventure." And I've translated this text for you as well, and it says, "Let yourself be carried away by Rita Berman's wanderlust and accompany her on a tour of discovery through Asia. Enjoy artful sushi and a view of Mount Fuji, follow a camel caravan through the Gobi Desert, and marvel at beastly good yogis in India. From lonely beaches to the Great Wall of China to oriental bazaars, there is a lot to discover. Grab your painting case, let's go to Asia." And on that note, let's have a look inside. Okay, and we're right into it, straight into it. This page is stunning. It's like little pieces from all the places we're going to be traveling to. I like the ship in the middle as well. This is definitely on the colour along list. I wonder how many pages I'm going to say that to as we're flipping through. Okay. Now we've got a list here of all of Rita's books. We've got the different seasons, then the seasons compilation book, the two under the magnifying glass books, Land and Water, and then of course My Journey Through Europe and the matching postcards. Then we've got a bit of information here about our artist, a little bit of info on Rita. And we have our title page. We've got some photos from our trip hanging on the lines. Now, this has given me old school photo development vibes. It reminds me of hanging photos in the dark room back at school. And we've got a little origami crane down here as well. Okay, so for our first picture, this says Gute Reise, which means bon voyage or have a good trip. This fierce looking dragon is so cute, and it's like his smoke is coiling around the bottle as well. There's some traditional Japanese and perhaps Indian architecture there to colour too. Now this one is so pretty too. We've got the terraced rice fields up here and some mountains on the opposite side, with a river dividing the two. The river looks like it's leading into the ocean, as we've got some underwater creatures down the bottom here as well. We've got some Japanese architecture, some cranes, some bamboo and some fans. Now we've got this little message here from Rita which says, "Asia has always fascinated me, a continent so vast and diverse and rich in contrasts. Delicate cherry blossoms, vibrant metropolises, tropical beaches, vast deserts, and an endless variety of culture. A wish I could get on a hot air balloon and be carried across the country to see at least a glimpse of all the beauty. A round trip through the wonderful continent awaits you on the following pages. Not in a hot air balloon, but painting on solid ground is much more relaxing. Using your creative talents to discover the colours of Asia, I wish you a lot of fun, Rita Berman. And we have our very interactive map down here with our pencils nicely sharpened, ready for us to begin. Okay, so this book is following a similar format to the first book in the series, the Europa. Let me get it and I'll show you what I mean. So we have our little circular design like we did at the beginning here. Our photos hanging. Our little picture inside the bottle like we had the dragon at the beginning of the Asia book, and a landscape picture and our interactive map, and we've got our signpost and our map like we do here. So we're following the same format, and I'm assuming all the books in this series will follow the same format as well, which is nice. I quite like that. So on our signpost is a list of countries we're going to be visiting, written on these little paper scrolls, I'm guessing. So we've got Japan, Mongolia, China, Moscow, Samarkand. Samarkand is a city in Uzbekistan, which is known for its mosques and mausoleums. It has a central place on Silk Road, the trading route connecting China and the West. And we also have India and Vietnam too. And then the next page is the map of our trip. Now, you don't have to colour this entire page all at once, as the elements are quite separate. So you could colour one part of the map each day for small victories. If you're time poor but want to colour something each day, just put some pen to paper. Or you could colour each section to mark it off as well after you've coloured that part of the book. So when you colour through India, for example, you could just colour that part in the front, and by the time you finish colouring the book, the map will be completed. Now these pages could be coloured as double, as a matching page, or as separate pages as well. With the circular designs, you can colour a little at a time as well, like I said on the other page. It's like looking through a telescope, isn't it? Okay, and now we are packing for our trip. Looks like we're prepared for all weather types. We've got woolly socks and we've got thongs. That's flip-flops to my non-Aussie friends. On a thermos of coffee. Now that's definitely someone after my own heart. That's someone packing for me. We've got our map ready to go. No Google Maps here. We're going old school. And we are well prepared. We have our Japanese hat, a kasa, I think it's called. They're traditionally made out of bamboo. And now we are all packed and we're in our study ready to leave for our trip. Our little cat is checking our trip on the globe, and we've got a Meine Reise durch Europa on the bookshelf. And lots of photos as well from our past travels. Okay, we are now on our way. We've got the Trans-Siberian train heading out to Moscow. Looks like we're bringing a guitar along for the trip as well. This page is giving me complete Harry Potter vibes, and I can picture it quite mystical. I don't know if it's just like the steam or the smoke coming from the train, but I'm picturing like these beautiful magical purples and blues, like a nice smoky magical scene. How many times did I just say magical? Okay, so this looks like it could be St. Basil's Cathedral, Red Square. This one is a page to go crazy with the colours. Think blues, reds, greens, yellows, a sort of terracotta for the walls. We've got some berries, I think they're blueberries. This page is giving me autumn winter vibes. I always associate log cabins with the cold, and I don't know why, but these ones have fire or smoke coming out of the chimneys, and it is Moscow, so I'm sure it is cold. Now we have the view out of our cabin window in the train carriage. We've got our knitting and our coloured pencils to keep us busy on the train ride, and our little babushka doll here, or matryoshka, whichever you prefer to say. Maybe we purchased that as a souvenir along the way. I can see lots of mahogany and rich red velvet coloured on this page. Okay, so I do believe these are blueberries, which are used to make a Moscow Mule, which is an alcoholic drink. This page here, I'd like to colour it like a brooch, lots of gold, maybe a pearl inlay, and some beautiful jewel tones as well for the babushka doll. Looks like we might be flying in a seaplane here, and we're ready to land in Japan. That looks like Mount Fuji is there in the background. We've got some boats carrying some mail, some packages, and the seaplane has a paint palette tied to it with a ribbon. Quite a large paint palette. It's almost as big as the seaplane. Okay, and this is the page I decided to colour. So there is a colour along for this page, and it should be up in the next day or two. I've used Prismacolor pencils, gold paint pen, silver paint pen, gold paint, and a cyano gel pen, which all work wonderfully in Rita's books. Just see if you can show you that shine. As for the paper, it is quite smooth. There is a little bit of tooth to it. It is bright white in colour and has a medium sort of thickness. So it is good quality, the same as her other books. Now we've arrived in a little fishing village here with some penguins out fishing for the next meal. This one here has the local paper. The Shinbun is one of the largest newspapers in Japan. This page is another one of my favourites. We've got this little village and the homes mostly have these thatched roofs. We've got a little bonsai tree. I can see this one coloured with a beautiful sunset background. I'm not entirely sure where the water is meant to end here. So we've got the bridge and the river, and then you can see bits of water coming up here. I think I just make it like a watery garden, so with the water flowing down off a grassy hill. Over here we're brewing a nice hot cup of tea, and the cat looks like he or she is enjoying the lovely smells as it brews. And now we've made it to Tokyo. We've got the Tokyo Tower here, which is modelled after the Eiffel Tower. And we've got Tokyo Sky Tree peeking out the back with Mount Fuji over here in the background as well. I can see this city coloured all lit up at night time. I think that'll look really pretty. This looks like we're journaling or colouring on a rainy day. You can use lots of bright colours with these umbrellas, yellow, reds, blues. Nice and colourful. So we're in the Japanese gardens in these two pages. We've got these cats riding in these cute little ducks. They remind me of little paddle boats, and they're sort of going around the river here. I'm thinking pinks, yellows and greens perhaps for these pages. Now we've got this little dog here, and I'm going to assume that he's included as a bit of a nod to the dog statue of Hashiko in Japan. This is such a beautiful page. And we've got a page full of sushi here and a bento box here. Lots of fruit and vegetables, but we've got this little cute little guy hiding in there. Okay, this page is cute. Looks like a mix of traditional Japanese clothing like kimonos, yukata. I'd colour it as a double page, I think, and just go wild with all the colours. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what material these things hanging down are meant to be, but I'm assuming some sort of painting canvas or painting media. So we've got all of our paints there ready to go. Oh, and Bambi. I was tossing up between colouring her and the whale first. She's just so adorable. My instant reaction to this one was to colour it with autumn flowers as well, autumn colours. So cute. We've got lots of little bits and bobs on this page. I'd actually turn these little elements that are all encased in these little circular patterns or little fish. See, it's got this sort of border behind it. I'd turn them all into sugar cookies, make it all nice sweet treats. And on that note, we have a page full of sugary treats. This I can see very colourful with reds, pinks, purples, blues as well, yellows even, but pastel type tones. And now we're off in a hot air balloon off to Mongolia. So this is another page that I really wanted to colour first as well. I mean, it really was hard to choose from. There's so many beautiful pictures in here, and I think that definitely will become a colour along as well. Next we have this lovely village. I'm picturing these yurts coloured with red, blue and white. We've got some flora and fauna here and a close-up of a yurt here. It looks nice and cozy actually. Lots of greenery on this page. A snuggly little cat and a nice hot cup of tea. Got a dream catcher on this page, and how cool is this guy? We've got a samurai bird, but I want to colour him in somewhat steampunk type of colours. So lots of metals, brown leathers. The circular background you could make as a shield and give it a mirror effect, or you could even colour it like the sun is shining out from behind him as well. He's so cool. That's definitely on the colour along list too. How many colour alongs am I adding to the list here? May as well just colour the whole book at this rate. Okay, so we've got some camels riding through the Gobi Desert here. Oh, the colours we could play with. I can see this one coloured a few different ways, but I would really like to do it bright and bold with a minimalistic sandy background for our Gobi Desert. And we've brought Europa along for the ride as well. This one's pretty. We've got a lantern and lots of florals. We've got some more tea here. And we've now made it to China. How fun would this double page spread be to colour? We've got the Great Wall of China here, mountains, some beautiful temples. Got another teapot here and some vases. Now, despite being two completely separate pages, I think I'd actually colour these matching. And look at these, it's like little dragons on the border. It's got a little eye, a little face. Yes, we have a dragon. Look at the fireworks going off in the background as well. Maybe this one is for Chinese New Year. My husband and I actually experienced Chinese New Year in Asia once, and it was a really wonderful experience. Look at the beautiful bright colours you could use on this, and it's got to be red. We have to have a red dragon. We've got some fish on this page with a bamboo border, oranges and blues I think for that page, and it would match perfectly with a red dragon. This vase page is really pretty, and it looks like it'd be quite quick to colour that one as well. We've got some colouring squares here, lots of fun little elements. You could colour each square with a different pencil brand, or you could use a different colour theme per square. Look at these adorable pandas. This sleepy one, I'm picturing those flowers so bright and colourful on her head, oranges and yellows and pinks. And the baby panda here is playing with a balloon in the shape of a fish. Now, this confused me for a second there because I thought that was a sleeping panda and that was another panda. But that is actually the sleeping panda. So she's lying right across the bamboo. and the little baby is climbing over her back. Yeah, I was just trying to work out where the clothing started and ended, and yeah. One panda, two pandas. Now some hot air balloons floating over the mountains. I actually really enjoy colouring hot air balloons. Nice foggy sky. We've got some stars up there, so maybe they're up, going up at night time. And we are on our way to Vietnam. This is another magnificent page for a sunset with the colours sort of glinting down and off the water as well. We've got our rice fields again. Look at all the fruit in her boat as well. Lots of pretty colours here. I'd keep this one to sort of orange, red, golden kind of tones with a bit of green as well. And of course, blues for the water. Now, excuse my pronunciation, but I think this is called an áo dai, the traditional Vietnamese outfit. And now we're heading off to the beach with lots of different swimwear to choose from as well. Oh, this is pretty. So we've got a beautiful scenic, this is Vinh Ha Long Bay. Beautiful clear waters, lush green mountains. This seat that she's sitting on looks like it's perched right into the ocean. It reminds me of the Bali beach swing. Next, we're watching someone windsurfing. What I'd give to be in that hammock on the beach right now. We've just hit spring here in Australia, but my fireplace is still pumping. And we've brought our summer colouring book with us as well. We've got a nice cool glass of lemonade. Lots of summery elements to colour on these pages. Lots of nice, bright, summery colours. Little fishy water down here. How cute is this market stall? Have any of you seen those videos on TikTok or Instagram where the dog goes to the market and purchases the vegetables? Like he walks up to the market vendor and they've got baskets out in front of them and he puts his paw on the basket of veggies that he wants, and she hands him, or she puts into his basket the veggies, or he, and then the dog hands over the money and the vendor hands over the change. It's really cute. This is what that one reminds me of. Now this sign here is Vietnamese for bread. So we've got a veggie packed sandwich and lots of other yummy food items to colour as well. We've got a fish, or some fish, in a pond here, and I can see this one coloured with teals, aquas, some oranges, some purples. I wonder if this is where we're going to stay for the night. And we've got right on the doorstep of the ocean. Got a little kite flying here. Now we've made it to India, and this looks like a temple. The colours we could throw at these pages are absolutely endless. How sweet is this elephant? I can picture this with lots of reds and purples, blues and oranges, a nice deep blue sky for the background, nice night sky. We've got this gorgeous peacock here, so I'd colour the bird in blues and greens. And for the flowers, I'd either use oranges as a complementary colour or go down a more subtle path and use purples. We've got this gorgeous henna tattoo here and lots of jewellery to colour as well. A mandala pattern. A few different strips of images here. I think it'd be really fun to colour this page in a sort of rainbow pattern from top to bottom, or bottom to top, or side to side. We've got some very relaxed looking yogis here, and this cat down the bottom here is in cat's pose, or Marjorie Asana. We've got some delicious Indian foods and spices on this page. I like the little grid pattern that she adds, sort of greyed out in the background. of some of the pages. Okay, we've now made it across to Samarkand, and we have sort of an Aladdin's carpet here flying through the skies, and behind it, this looks like it could be the moon to me. I mean, it could just be part of the pattern, like shooting stars, because there's also a sun in the background too, but I really want to use some metallic silvery paints and create a moon in the background there. Lots of purples and blues, I think, for that page. This one, we've got lots of lanterns, so lots of opportunity to play with light sources there. Now we are at the markets. We've got rugs, we've got spices, lots of beautiful things, lots of bright colours. I can just picture a beautiful, warm, sunny day, all those beautiful, rich smells as well. I can't wait for summer. And our donkey is waiting over here to help us carry our shopping home as well. Okay, we've got a double page full of small elements. Like I said with an earlier page, you can colour little pieces as you have time, and eventually you'll have a double page completed. Got a fountain and another mandala pattern. We've got another page with strips of images to colour and a floral heart motif. This looks like we are sending some postcards or some photos back home. And I think this page might be us back home now, reminiscing about our trip. We've got beautiful sunny skies in the background and lots of photos and photo albums to look back on. So this page here is the front cover image. It is fantastically detailed, so many little pieces, but as you complete the element from one of the images in the book, you can come back here with the same colours you used to colour it on one of the other pages and then fill it in. So for example, Mount Fuji, once you colour it on one of the pages, you come back here and colour it in, and by the time you make your way through the book, everything should be coloured on this page and you'll have this very detailed page complete. Looks like we need to start unpacking over here. Okay, and next we have our paper testing pages for all your different mediums and a space here to try out your colour combos as well. We've got a list of all of Rita's books. They're all available to purchase, Book Depository, Amazon. They're all up there. And our final colouring page for this book is one of the yurts. We've got lots of colouring supplies around there as well. Okay guys, so that is Rita Berman's book, Meine Reise durch Asien, My Journey Through Asia. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. My colour along should be up on the channel within the next couple of days. Make sure you have notifications turned on so you don't miss it, and thank you so much for watching. If you'd like more colour alongs in this book, let me know down below. Also let me know what your favourite page is, if you can pick one, because I can't. I mean, I picked my first page to colour, but I've got quite a few that I want to colour, quite a few favourites. I mean, I could colour this entire book. The same with Europa as well. Both of these books are amazing. I think that this is her best work. This is Rita's best work. And the books are stunning. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.